Good afternoon, and welcome to our video on the 5-number summary. The 5-number summary consists of 5 numbers, which is minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. Now, some of these you already know, I'm sure. Minimum is just the smallest number, maximum is the biggest number, and median is the middle number. But Q1 and Q3 are probably new terms for you. Imagine this. If you were to cut it in half and then take the median of the first half, that would be Q1. If you cut it in half and take the median of the second half, that would be Q3. So in a way, it's like half of a half. And half of the half is the same as a quarter. So that's why they use the letter Q for quarter. All right. Now that we know what they are, let's figure out how to find it. Suppose the age of 16 college students are given below. Find the 5-number summary. Okay. Well, obviously, I can tell that the minimum is 19 and the maximum is 40. So now we're going to have to find the median, and that's the next step. Now here's my trick to finding median Q1 and Q2. In step 1, I would like to cut it in half. And what I mean by that is I would like to kind of draw a line that separates half of it. Since there are 16 college students, I would like to draw a line that separates 8 on one side, 8 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do it right here. Notice that line I drew between 28 and 30. 8 numbers are on the left and 8 numbers are on the right. Okay, now here's what I'd like to do. Step 2 of this is what I call half of a half. So in step 2, I like to take each half and cut them in half. Do you see how the first half has 8 numbers? Well, I would like to draw a line that separates into 4 and 4. So notice that red line I put between 23 and 25. There's 4 to the left and 4 to the right. Look at the other red line that I separated between 32 and 34. 4 to the left, 4 to the right. All right, now we can get our answers. For Q1, I like it to look at the first red line, which separates 23 and 25. So to find the answer, what I would like to do is I would like to add 23 and 25 together, which is equal to 48, and then divide 48 by 2. So 48 divided 2 equals 24. So that means Q1 is equal to 24. All right, let's do the same thing for the median. The median is going to be represented by the blue line. So I will add 28 and 30 together to equal 58. And then I would like to do 58 divided by 2, which is equal to 29. So the median is 29. And now I'd like to do the same thing for Q3. So Q3 is the second red line. So I'd like to do 32 and 34 together, which is 66. And then I'd like to do 66 divided 2, which is equal to 33. So Q3 is 33. And that's our 5-number summary. Let's do some more examples. Okay, so this time we have 20 players. So first what I'd like to do is draw a blue line that separates 10 from 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So notice I drew a blue line between 45 and 47. 10 numbers on the left, 10 numbers on the right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw red lines after every 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now the red line separates 5 numbers apiece. And with that, we can now find our 5-number summary. All right, minimum. Well, clearly minimum is just the smallest number, which is 22. And the maximum is 95. No problems there. All right, so Q1. So for Q1, I would like to do 34 plus 40, which is equal to 74. And then I'd like to do 74 divide 2, which is equal to 37. So our median, or not median, our Q1 is 37. All right, next, I would like to find the median. So I'm going to do 45 plus 47, which is equal to 92. And then do 92 divide 2, which is equal to 46. So the median is 46. And now for Q3. For Q3, I'd like to do 56 plus 62, which is equal to 118. And then do 118 divide 2, which is equal to 59. And we have our Q3. Okay, so when you look at these numbers, you'll notice there are numbers in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Then suddenly it goes to 95. It's like it skipped the 70s and 80s. It doesn't look like it really belongs. Well, this is what's called an outlier. But then again, how can you mathematically tell if a number is an outlier? Because sometimes looks can be deceiving. Well, here's how. The first step is to find the 5-number summary, which is what we've been doing already. Next is to find the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. And then use the fence for lower fence and upper fence. The fences kind of form boundaries that separate good numbers from outliers. An outlier will be any number that's smaller than the lower fence, or any number bigger than the upper fence. But you know what? It's easier to show than it is to explain. So let's do this. So let's go back to our example. We already did our 5-number summary. So the first step I like to do is find the interquartile range, Q3 minus Q1. Let's see, Q3 was 59, minus Q1 is 37. That's equal to 22. All right. Next, I would like to find the lower fence. All right, using our formula, the lower fence is going to equal to Q1, which was 37, minus 1.5 times the interquartile range, 22. And for that, we're going to equal to 4. All right. All right, now we're going to find the upper fence. And the upper fence is going to equal to Q3, which is 59, plus 1.5 times the interquartile, which is still 22. And that's going to equal to 92. All right, now that we have our fences, we can find our outliers. All right, the lower fence is 4. If you look at our examples, do we have any numbers that are smaller than 4? Well, the smallest number is 22, and that's not smaller than 4. So to answer that question, NO. Okay, well, the next question is, are there any numbers larger than 92? And the answer to that is yes. 95 is larger than 92. So in that case, 95 is the outlier. Let's do another example together, shall we? All right, we have the speed of 24 cars on a highway. We want to find the 5-number summary. So 24 cars, so first let me divide it into 12 and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. That's where I put 69 and 71. And now I'll divide it into 6 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. All right, let's get some good answers here. All right, clearly the minimum's 28, and the max is 104. So this highway has really slow people and really fast people. All right. Well, let's do the median first. Yeah, we'll do that first. So for the median, first we'll do 69 plus 71, which is equal to 140. And then do 140 divide 2, which is equal to 70. So that means the median speed is 70 miles an hour. All right, let's do Q1. Get that set up. For Q1, we're going to do 62 plus 64. It keeps doing that. We're going to do 62 plus 64, which is equal to 126. And then finally, 126 divided 2 equals 63. So Q1 is 63. And then finally, for Q3, we will do 75 plus 77, which is equal to 152. And then 152 divided 2 equals 76. Very good. So our 5-number summary is complete. Now we're ready for outliers. So the first step of that is finding the interquartile range. So for that, we're going to do 76 subtract 63, which is equal to 13. All right, now we can find the lower fence. All right, the lower fence will equal to Q1, which is 63, minus 1.5 times 13. And that is equal to, wrote it down earlier, 43.5. And now, in a similar fashion, we can do the upper fence. So the upper fence will be 76 plus 1.5 times 13. And that's equal to 95.5. All right, time to make some decisions. First of all, are there any numbers smaller than the lower fence? In other words, is there any number smaller than 43.5? And the answer to that is yes, there is. Oops. Yes, 28 is smaller than 43.5. And then the next question is there any number larger than the upper fence? Is there any number larger than 95.5? And the answer to that is also yes. In fact, 104 is larger than 95.5, which I'll put right here. So we've taken care of our outliers. Looking good. Okay, well, sometimes you can express a 5-number summary with a box and whiskers chart. And here's what I mean by that. So let's say we have 16 wait times. The first step is to find the 5-number summary. There's 16 numbers, so I'm going to divide it at 8 and 8. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after that, I'll divide it into 4 and 4. Yes, looking good. Okay. So looking at that, I clearly see that the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 10. All right, for the median, what we can do is do 4 plus 6. We'll add 4 and 6 together and divide by 2. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 divided 2 is 5. So the median is 5. All right, next is Q1. And for Q1, we can do 2 plus 4, which is equal to 6. Then do 6 divided 2, which is equal to 3. So Q1 is equal to 3. Then also for Q3, we can do 8 plus 9, which is 17. Then 17 divided by 2, which is equal to 8.5. Yes, you can have a decimal for this. It does happen sometimes. Well, notice the picture. I put a dot at minimum and maximum, and then I put lines for Q1, median, and Q3, and kind of connected together like a box. All right, let's take a look at our next example. We'll do one more together. 20 stat classes are shown. Let's find the 5-number summary. Okay, well, without doing anything, we know that the minimum is 37 and the maximum is 98. All right, fair enough. Okay, so since there are 20 stats classes, I'm going to divide it to 10 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'll divide to 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we can find anything we want. So if we want to find Q1, what we'll do is we'll do 58 plus 60, which is equal to 118. And then 118 divided 2 is equal to 59. So Q1 is 59. Let me go over to Q3 for a moment. For Q3, I'm going to do 89 plus 91, which is 180. And then 180 divided 2 is equal to 90. So Q3 is equal to 90. And now for the median. For the median, we're going to do 79 plus 83, which is equal to 162. And then we'll do 162 divided 2, which is equal to 81. All right, looking good. We have a good 5-number summary. Let's do a box and whiskers. So 37, that's kind of between 35 and 40. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to put a nice big green dot right there at 37. And then 98, that's kind of between 95 and 98. Go up a little bit. And draw a nice big green dot right there. So there's our minimum and maximum. All right, Q1 is 59, which is just below 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a straight line going up like that. 90, we're right on 90. So I'll draw a straight line at 90 like so. Then 81, that's just above 80, so I'll draw a straight line going up like so. And what I like to do is connect the lines so it looks like a box, and then connect the dots. So there is our 5-number summary box and whiskers plot. So that not only completes this lesson, but this completes all the material that will be on test number 1. Keep looking in announcements because I'm going to post a review for test 1 to let you know what homework problems you should focus on in order to do well on test 1. I was going to open test 1 on June 10th, but I've been looking at the homeworks you've been doing, and a lot of you are really motivated to do the homeworks. and you have a lot of stuff done already. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open the test on Friday. What this means is for test 1, you have between June 5th and June 15th to do it. You're going to have 11 days to do the test 1. A little few notes about test 1. It's based exactly off the homework that you have been doing on My Lab Stats. You'll have 150 minutes to do it, and be sure you study. Be sure that you prepare for this because you only have one shot at doing it. If you have any questions, please email me to let me know. Otherwise, have a great afternoon.